Uh, Thank you very much, Andres. Of course, I will not be very long, very brief. I would like to thank our partners here in Denmark for this wonderful opportunity that they gave us to be here. And I cannot but also appreciate the presence of Dan Mission, who is the person also partnering with us in this project, but not seen in public. And they are our good partners there. I thank you all for coming, and I think that what we have been listening to all this morning was something that is great, but we need to see what can we do practically about this issue and how we can actually put in practice a plan to counter extremism. And what I have said to our friend Dr. Peter this morning, that it is very important that we fight ISIS, but what is more, that we fight the ideology behind ISIS. And I think he commented by also saying, what can we do also post that period? And that's what we need to actually do. Our Arab Group for Muslim-Christian Dialogue that has been working on this issue for more than 20 years. We have arrived at a stage where we see we are now at a critical crossroad of dialogue. We have to see, do people still believe in dialogue? I doubt that people today in the Middle East find that dialogue is the tool. But as Sayyid Fadlallah, and my apologies for him because we didn't allow him to have more time. We are, for example, with Al-Multaqa, with Sayyid Fadlallah, we are with other many NGOs and encounters in dialogue. We are experiencing now what can we do to make people believe in dialogue, to make people trust each other when they sit to talk together, and how we can have a plan of action together, not only in the Middle East, but between the Middle East and Denmark, between the Middle East and Europe, to counter this issue. I must say something to you. Some people, when they knew that we are coming to Denmark, they said, is it possible you're going to Denmark for this conference to speak about dialogue? And look what Denmark government is doing concerning the Syrian refugees or other issues related in the region. I think one of the major issues we need to tackle is how we can bring this good relationship between Europe and Denmark and the Middle East again. And that cannot be but through profound dialogue, which is built on the basis that you all have addressed this morning, but also not to involve only the elites in our part of the world, but the grassroots people as well. If we are not addressing those who are in the street, those who are involved in the fighting, those who are involved in the conflicts, we will not reach anywhere. And definitely we heard today about the powers that are involved in raising this issue. If it is really only political, then let the political world and the governments deal with it. But I believe that the political involvement and what has been said, that this is a political issue, I think it has led to have the issue a religious one, whether we accept it or not. We do have a religious conflict today in the Middle East. It is not, absolutely correct to say it is only political. It has become political. The political has made it a religious one. And that's where our role comes. And that's where you and us have to join hands together and see how we can address it. I do hope that when we are in the group work and to discuss this, that we can come with a good plan of action. And I do hope that the government of Denmark will continue to support this initiative. And now that we have a wonderful minister from the United Arab Emirates with us, I do hope that we can have access to ways to support that plan of action together. And I think the Emirates, and I do thank Sheikh Mansour, Prince Sheikh Mansour, for what he has done, that he will also join hands with us in our future efforts to counter extremism. Thank you, everybody, and I hope that Mats will give you the practical information, and I do look forward to meeting all of you, not only in Denmark, but in Lebanon and in the Middle East, where you will experience the true dialogue that we are working for to come true. Thank you.